बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स। आज हम अपने कोर्स सेट टोपोलॉजी कोर्स कोड MTH251 में लेक्चर नंबर 14 को स्टडी करेंगे। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज के लेक्चर में हम मेनली कंसंट्रेट करेंगे ऑन इंटीरियर पॉइंट्स ऑफ ए सेट. Then we will solve and prove some theorems related to interior points, and then we will study some worked examples. Dear students, we already have studied neighborhoods of points and neighborhood system of a point. Now we are going to study interior points. Dear students, we define interior point of a set like, let A be a subset of a given topological space X. When we say given topological space X, it means there is some topology defined upon the set X. So usually now to onward we will not mention until and unless it is necessary to point out that which topology is defined on X. So whenever it is said that it is a topological space X, it means there is a ground set X together with some topology on X. Dear students, the point X naught belonging X is called an interior point of the set A. So here, dear students, what we are taking is we have a non-empty set X which is a ground set. You know, for it to be a topology it is satisfying O1, O2 and O3. Here we have X, there is some topology on X, so this is a topological space, and shortly we will call X is a topological space now, and it will be understood that there is some topology. अगर किसी particular topology को mention करना होगा तो फिर उस topology को यहाँ पर mention किया जाएगा. जब ये topological space है तो आपको पता है कि फिर O1 that is phi and X are members of tau, O2 that is arbitrary union of, अगर U alpha tau के members हैं, alpha indexing set का मेंबर है, तो फिर हमें मालूम है कि इसकी जो यूनियन है, यूनियन आर्बिट्रारी यूनियन, ये वापस ओपन होगी गोया के टा की मेंबर होगी. और थर्ड ये है कि फाइनाइट इंटरसेक्शन जो है I is equal to 1 to n. नाउ दिस इज फाइनाइट इंटरसेक्शन ऑफ UI, ये दोबारा टा में होगा. जब भी टा के एलिमेंट्स इन तीन कंडीशंस को सेटिस्फाई करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं कि टा टोपोलॉजी है और X टुगेदर विद दिस टा इज ए टोपोलॉजिकल स्पेस. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, यहाँ पे हमें एक टोपोलॉजिकल स्पेस दी हुई है और इसमें एक नॉन एम्प्टी सेट A दिया हुआ है. दिस A इज ए सबसेट ऑफ X. इन दिस केस दिस A इज ए सबसेट ऑफ X. Let A be a subset of a given topological space X, and X node is a point of A. This X node is a point of A. X node, this is some fixed point. X node belongs to A. Of course, this X node is a point of X as well. Then a point X node belonging X is called an interior point of A. This X node is called interior point of the set A. Provided if and only if there exists a neighborhood N of X node. Now look, this N is neighborhood. Shortly, as you know, we write NBD, neighborhood of X node. So recall the definition of neighborhood of a point, that this N is neighborhood of a point X node if there exists an open set U in X. It means it is a member of tau, such that what happens, that X node must belongs to the open set and open set must be contained in N. if this situation occurs, if for this x naught we can find an open set such that the open set must be contained in n, then this n is called neighborhood of the point x naught. So dear students, here we are defining interior point. So x naught will be interior point of the set A if and only if there exists a neighborhood n of x naught. Neighborhood n of x naught, what happens that x naught belongs to n and this n is contained in A. If this relation holds, then this point x naught, is called interior point. Interior point of what? Of interior point of the set of A. So here we are defining interior point of a set. Interior point of a set, right? So here we are taking A is a subset of a topological space X, then a point x naught belonging X is called interior point of A. This is a point of X but is an interior point of A if and only if there exists a neighborhood n of x naught such that this relation holds. So dear students, here is the situation. We have X star is a topological space. We have a subset A of X. We have a point x naught belonging X. This is an interior point of A provided there exists an open set U such that x naught belongs to U and U is contained in N. Okay, this U is contained in N and of course N is contained in A. If all this happens, then this x naught is called interior point of A. If there exists a neighborhood, for the existence of the neighborhood there must exist an open set containing the point. So there exists an open set, this becomes neighborhood provided there exists an open set U. जब तक ये ओपन सेट U एग्जिस्ट नहीं करेगा उस वक्त तक ये नेबरहुड नहीं बनेगा. तो ये इंटीरियर पॉइंट कब होगा? एक्चुअली ये उस वक्त इंटीरियर पॉइंट होगा कि इफ देयर एग्जिस्ट ए नेबरहुड n of x naught such that x naught belongs to n and n is contained in A. जब ये नेबरहुड है तो इट मीन्स के नेबरहुड बनने के लिए एक ओपन सेट भी एग्जिस्ट करेगा और वो ओपन सेट क्या होगा? वो इस U के अंदर लाई करेगा और U जो है वो N के अंदर लाई करेगा और N जो है वो A के अंदर लाई करेगा. सो if this all happens, then this point x naught is called interior point of this set A. So this is the situation. Dear students, you have to remember the definition of the interior point of a set A. So here we define that every neighborhood n of x naught contains an open set containing x naught, as I mentioned earlier. So this x naught belonging X is interior point of A, which is a subset of X, if there exists neighborhood n whose neighborhood of x naught such that this x naught belongs to n and this n is contained in A. N is, now remember, n is a neighborhood of x naught if there exists an open set U in X such that what happens, x naught belongs to n, sorry, x naught belongs to U and U is contained in n. So if we join these two, this, if I join this and this, equation 1 and equation 2, I will get that x naught belongs to U, U is contained in n, n is contained in A. So this x naught will become an interior point of A. So in general, here is the situation that we have a topological space, we have a set A, this is a subset A, here we have a point x naught, there becomes a neighborhood n of x naught, this becomes a neighborhood provided there exists an open set U, x naught belongs to U, U is contained in n, n is contained in A. So then x naught becomes the interior point of A. So we know that every neighborhood n of x naught contains an open set containing the point x naught. If this is a neighborhood, then it must be containing an open set which contains the point x naught. Dear students, we may further note that since every open set V in X is a neighborhood of each of its points, so this is what we know, that all open sets are neighborhoods of each of its points. A set is open if it is a neighborhood of each of its points. So here it means that X belongs to V and V is contained in V if V is open. Okay, it's a neighborhood of its point. Why? Because itself is open set containing the point is contained in V. So V becomes the neighborhood of the point X as well. So it follows that every point of an open set V is an interior point of V. If this is a topological space, X star is a topological space, and this is an open set, I call it V. If this is open, then its every point is an interior point. Its every point is an interior point. If x1 belongs to V, it means x1 belongs to an open set V and open set is contained in V. So this V is a neighborhood of x1 and this is further contained in V. Therefore this x1 is an interior point of V. If x2 belongs to V, so there is an open set V itself which is contained in V. So this is a neighborhood which is contained in V. Therefore open sets are interior. For open sets, every point is an interior point of the open set. It follows that every point of an open set V is an interior point of V. So let's go to the definition interior of a set. Remember, dear students, first we were defining interior point of a set. Now we are going to define interior of a set. So there is a difference, interior point of a set and interior of a set. Now we are going to find the interior of the whole set. First we were defining the interior point of the set. Look, the set of all interior points of a subset A of a topological space X is called the interior point of A and shall be denoted by int of A. Remember students, this is a case, some situation that we have a topological space, for example, X star, we have a subset A, we have a point say X, 1, if no neighborhood of x1 is contained in A, then x1 belonging A is not an interior point of A. Okay, dear students, it is a point of A although, but it may not be interior point of A if there does not exist any neighborhood which is contained in A. If no neighborhood of x1 is contained in A, हम कोई ऐसा neighborhood ना ढूंढ सकें इस point x1 का कि वो इसके अंदर contained हो. If it is not contained in A, if every neighborhood of x1 is outside A or it is not contained in A, so whatever the neighborhood of x0, if we find it is not contained in A, it go beyond A, then this x1 is no more interior point of the set. So it happens that sometimes points of the set are not interior points of that set. What I said? So sometimes it happens that points of the sets are not interior points of the set. And as earlier we have mentioned that if V is open, if it is an open set, then what happens? For each x belonging V is an interior point of V. If it is open, then it guarantees that every point of the set is its interior point as well. But if it is not open, if V is not open set, then some point A, say belonging V, may not be an interior point of V, right? If it is open, then its every point is its interior point. But if it is not open, then point belonging V may be its interior point, may not be its interior point. So अगर कोई पॉइंट सेट का इंटीरियर पॉइंट नहीं है तो इसका मतलब यह है कि हम कोई ऐसा नेबरहुड नहीं फाइंड कर सकते. द वर्ड कोई इज इंपॉर्टेंट. हम कोई ऐसा नेबरहुड फाइंड नहीं कर सकते जो कि ए के अंदर लाई करता हो. ए के अंदर इट वेंट्स आउटसाइड. अगर ये बाहर चला जाता है तो फिर दिस पॉइंट इज नॉट इंटीरियर पॉइंट. और अगर हम कोई एक भी ऐसा नेबरहुड फाइंड कर लें, इस पॉइंट का कोई एक भी नेबरहुड ऐसा फाइंड कर लें जो कि ए के अंदर कंटेन हो जाए, तो देन द पॉइंट बिकम्स एन इंटीरियर पॉइंट. और अगर कोई भी नेबरहुड फाइंड ना कर सकें जो इसमें लाई करता हो, तो इट इज नो मोर इंटीरियर पॉइंट. सो दिस इज व्हाट. अब व्हाट इज द इंटीरियर ऑफ ए सेट? नाउ इंटीरियर ऑफ द सेट is the collection of all the interior points of A. जैसा कि मैंने पहले बताया है कि A के पॉइंट का इसका इंटीरियर पॉइंट होना ज़रूरी नहीं है. इसका पॉइंट है लेकिन इंटीरियर पॉइंट नहीं है. ये इसका पॉइंट है बिलफर्ज ये इसका इंटीरियर पॉइंट भी है. ये पॉइंट है सपोज ये इंटीरियर पॉइंट भी है. ये पॉइंट है इसका इंटीरियर पॉइंट भी है. ये पॉइंट है लेकिन इंटीरियर पॉइंट नहीं है. सो जो इंटीरियर पॉइंट्स की कलेक्शन है दैट इज कॉल्ड इंट ऑफ ए. and this is called interior of the set. This is the collection of all the interior points of A. ये वो points हैं जो A के interior points हैं, जो कि A का point होना अलग बात है और उसका interior point होना अलग बात है. So let's read the definition to interior of a set. The set of all interior points of a subset A of a topological space X is called the interior of A and shall be denoted by int of A. Dear students, आपको याद रहे कि int of A is the collection of all the interior points of A. This is a collection of all the interior points of A, right? We denote it by int of A, denoted by, जो सिंबल हम इसके लिए यूज करते हैं वो INT, that is taken for interior, ब्रैकेट में हम उस सेट को लिखते हैं जिस सेट का हम इंटीरियर ले. कुछ बुक्स ने डियर स्टूडेंट्स इसको A लिखकर ऊपर सर्कल डालकर भी मेंशन किया है. ये नोटेशन भी इसके लिए यूज की गई है डिफरेंट बुक्स में. सो int of A sometimes, most of the time हम अपनी स्टडी में INTA के साथ राइट डाउन करेंगे, लेकिन this is for your information that some books are also writing int of A, interior of A is equal to A and there is a circle on the right upper corner, right? So this is the interior of A, interior of a set. Dear students, let's consider an example. Let R be the topological space with the usual metric topology. Usual metric topology is that the collection of all the open intervals on the real line. This forms a usual topology on R, and these are the open sets in the metric space as well. Let's take a subset A of X. Here X, remember, is the set of real numbers. A is equal to 0, 1 be a subset of R. Dear students, I will like to make a correction over here. This is a bracket, this one. This is 0 closed and 1 open. This 0 closed and 1 open can also be written as 0 closed and 1 open with this bracket or with this bracket. So here we are taking a subset A of the real line R with 0 is closed, this is a closed and 1 open. So this is the situation. This is on the real line and here we have 0, it is part of the set A and 1 is not the part of the set A. So this is 1 is open and 0 is closed. So this is an interval such that 0 can be X, X can be greater than 0 as well, but less than 1. So this is the set we are taking, subset of R, then every point of A except 0 is an interior point of A. Dear students, here we have R with usual topology ta. Here we have point 0. Here somewhere we have 1. I just take the open circle over here because the set which we are considering 0 is part and we are considering 1 is not part of our set. So this is our set A. It has many points So 1 by 2 is the part of the interval, 1 by 3 is the part of the interval, 1 by 4 is the part of the interval. This 0.9 and 0.8 and 0.7 and 0.6, they are points, and 0.1, they are parts of our interval. So for each point, suppose if I take x naught is equal to 1 by 2, then I can find x naught minus delta and x naught plus delta and a neighborhood of the point x naught, right? And this neighborhood is obviously containing an open set. This neighborhood is containing an open set x naught minus delta, x naught plus delta, which is contained in this n, and this n is contained of course in A. It means this x naught, which in this particular case I have taken 1 by 2, is an interior point of A, right dear students? Similarly for other points, suppose if we are taking x naught is equal to 1 by 10 for example, I take delta in negligible small but greater than 0, then 1 by 10 delta minus delta and 1 by 10 plus delta with the closed interval is a neighborhood of the point 1 by 10 such that this 1 by 10 belongs to n, and this n is contained in our A. What is our A? Our A is 0 closed and 1 open. It means 1 by 10 is a interior point of this set, right? So here we have informed that every point of A except 0, because 0 is a member of A, this 0 is not an interior point of the set. Why? Because if I take any neighborhood of the point 0, then this neighborhood will not be contained in A, because from the left side of this 0, the neighborhood will go outside 0. So although 0 belongs to this, for example, if I take the neighborhood of 0, say 0 minus epsilon and 0 plus epsilon, this is a neighborhood of 0, but this is not contained in A, remember. Therefore, although x naught that is equal to 0 belongs to this neighborhood, but the neighborhood is not contained in A. Therefore, this 0 is not an interior point of A. Hence, except 0, all the points of A are interior points of A. Dear students, therefore, we can conclude that here in this case, interior of A is the collection of all the interior points, and 0 is not interior point, and all other points of the set are its interior point. So interior of A is the open interval 0, 1, which is of course contained in A in this case. You can see, because A is a little bit greater than interior of A. It is little bit greater. How it is little bit greater? Because this A is also containing 0 as well, but interior of A is not containing 0. So dear students, interior of A in this case is the open interval 0, 1. Remember, this can also be written in this way as well. Okay, this is open interval 0 open, 1 open, or we can write in this way. So both the notations are used for this. If it is closed, then close brackets. If it is open, then open brackets is an open interval. So this is the int of A is the open interval, the collection of all the points of the open interval 0, 1. Let's take example number 2, dear students. Let R2 be the topological space with the usual topology. Usual metric, that open disk, union of open disks. Let A is the collection of those elements of R2, because elements of R2 are ordered pairs, this is R cross R, such that x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. Dear students, you remember that x square plus y square is equal to 1 is equation of a circle with center at origin and radius equal to 1. So dear students, here we are given R cross R, that is R2. We are given, if I take this with dotted line, then it is a circle. If this point is 1 and this point is -1, then it is a circle x square plus y square is less than 1. All the points which are lying inside the circle. Okay, and if I take this with the hard line, then it is x square plus y square is equal to 1, all the points which are lying on the circle. And the situation over here is x square plus y square is less than or equal to 1. It means all the points which are on the circle and inside the circle as well. Right? So dear student, we are given R2 with the topological space with its usual metric topology. Let A be the collection of those points of R2 for which either x square plus y square is equal to 1. Equal to 1 means those points, ये point x y हो सकता है, इसलिए कि इस सूरत में x square plus y square equal to 1 है. This is equal to 1. और जो पॉइंट इनसाइड द सर्कल लाई कर रहा होगा उसके लिए x square plus y square less than 1 होगा. So A is the collection of all those points which are lying inside the circle or on the circle in the plane. This is a plane, xy plane on the circle with center at origin and radius 1. So dear students, what we have to do, let A belongs to A. So again, let's try to understand with the help of figure. This is origin. This is the set A. All the points which are lying inside or on the circle, and then A is the collection of all those points. And here we are taking a point of A such a way that this is a point of A. Okay, say this is a point of capital A and its coordinates are A and B. It means its x coordinate is A and its y coordinate is B. Okay, this is A and this is B, right? So this is AB, this is a point. And if we take a circle with center at origin and radius lambda, then its equation is A square plus b square is equal to lambda square. This is a circle with center at origin and radius lambda. So then what? Then AB belongs to an open sphere with center at AB and radius r. This is contained in A. So here, students, let's see that what is happening, that we have a plane R2 with usual topology, union of open disks. Here we have A, here we have A with equation x square plus y square is less than equal to 1, or the points which are lying inside or out or on the circle with the center at the origin. Then we are given R, which is equal to 1 minus lambda. Okay, we are taking this R. If this is R, then an open sphere with center at origin and radius lambda, this is lambda, remember, this is 1. This is lambda, this is 1, and this distance is equal to r, because r is equal to 1 minus lambda. If we take this point, this is the point anywhere, this is the point AB. If we make this a center and of radius r, we take an open sphere. This is an open sphere S with radius r and with center at the point AB. Then this will be contained in A, remember. Okay, so we have chosen the radius r in such a way that this open sphere will always be contained in A, and the point AB will be the center of this open sphere. So it means for any point of A, we can find an open sphere which is contained in A. If this happens, it means corresponding to every point of the open sphere, we can find a neighborhood which is contained in A. And this implies that each point which is inside the open sphere, is the interior point of this set A, which is inside this set A. Dear students, hence you can notice that each point of the set A, if it lies inside the set A, then we can find an open sphere with center at AB and radius r, such that this open sphere is contained in A, and therefore the point AB in this way becomes an interior point of the set A. Now, as far as the points which are lying on the circle are concerned, whatever small open sphere we may consider, this open sphere will never be contained in A. Therefore, the points which are lying on the circle, on the circumference, on the boundary of the set A are not the interior points of the set A. Therefore, you can notice that interior of this set A will be the collection of the elements xy, such that xy belongs to R2 as given, and x square plus y square is less than 1, because those points which are equal to 1 are on the circumference and are no more the interior points of the set A. Less than 1, these are the interior points of the set A in this way. So these are open discs. So this is an open disk with center at the origin and radius r. This implies that AB belongs to interior of A, my dear students, and hence interior of A is the collection of all the points which are inside the set A. Dear students, let's consider example 3. Let R2 be the topological space with its usual metric topology. As earlier, A is the collection of those subsets of those points of the plane R2 for which this relation holds. Be a subset of R2. Let AB belongs to A be such that A square plus B square is equal to 1. Now A square plus B square is equal to 1, remember. So this is the difference. In the previous example, A square plus B square was less than 1 actually. It was equal to lambda square, and lambda was, in the previous example, my dear students, A square plus B square was equal to lambda square, and lambda was actually it was less than 1, right? Here it is equal to 1. A square plus B square is equal to 1. Then it is easy to see that there is no sphere center at AB and contained in 1. So dear students, remember what we are doing here. We are considering R2 with the usual topology. We are considering the set A with center at origin and radius 1. This is our set A with center at origin and radius 1. What we are doing, we are choosing the point AB on the circumference. Which points we are choosing? A के हम कौन से points choose कर रहे हैं? ऐसे points choose कर रहे हैं जिनका A square plus B square equal to 1 है. इसका मतलब है हम ऐसे points choose कर रहे हैं जो इसके circumference पर, इस circle के ऊपर lie करते हैं. अब जो points इस circle के ऊपर lie करते हैं, अगर उस point को center मानते हुए मैं जितना भी छोटे से छोटा open sphere क्यों ना construct करूं, वो ओपन स्फीयर चाहे वो एप्सिलॉन रेडियस का ही क्यों ना हो, लेकिन इसका सेंटर जब ए बी होगा तो एप्सिलॉन ग्रेटर देन 0, आप देखेंगे कि इट विल नेवर बी कंटेन्ड इन ए. अगर ये ए में कंटेन्ड नहीं है तो इसका मतलब है कि ये जो ए बी बेशक इस ओपन स्फीयर का पॉइंट है और ये बेशक ए का पॉइंट भी है. क्यों? ए का ये इसलिए पॉइंट है चूंकि इसका ए स्क्वायर प्लस बी स्क्वायर इक्वल टू 1 आता है, और हमारे पास कैपिटल ए जो है ये कलेक्शन ऑफ ऑल दोज पॉइंट्स हैं जो इसके इस सर्कल के अंदर लाई करते हैं लेस देन 1 या इस सर्कल के ऊपर लाई करते हैं इक्वल टू 1. सो ये ए का पॉइंट है, लेकिन हम इस पॉइंट के अगेंस्ट कोई ऐसा ओपन स्फीयर नहीं फाइंड कर सकते जो ए में लाई करता हो. गोया कि हम कोई ऐसा नेबरहुड नहीं फाइंड कर सकते. अगर ऐसा ओपन स्फीयर फाइंड कर सकते होते तो फिर नेबरहुड बनता ना. नेबरहुड बनने के लिए ज़रूरी है कि उसके अंदर कोई ओपन सेट ऐसा एग्जिस्ट करता हो जिसको ये पॉइंट बिलोंग करता हो. ओपन स्फीयर्स आपको पता है कि ओपन नेबरहुड्स होते हैं, ओपन नेबरहुड्स होते हैं, वो ओपन स्फीयर्स ओपन सेट्स होते हैं. हम कोई ऐसा ओपन सेट नहीं ढूंढ सक रहे जो कि ए में लाई करता हो. तो इसका मतलब है कि ऐसे पॉइंट्स ए बी, ऐसे पॉइंट्स किसके? कैपिटल ए के, सच दैट जो कि इस सर्कल के ऊपर लाई करते हों, वो वाले पॉइंट्स are not interior points. Of A. Remember, बेशक ये A के पॉइंट्स हैं लेकिन ये A के इंटीरियर पॉइंट नहीं है. जैसा कि हम इस बात को इससे पहले भी डिस्कस कर चुके हैं कि किसी भी सेट का पॉइंट उस वक्त इंटीरियर पॉइंट बनता है जब उस पॉइंट के अबाउट एक नेबरहुड ढूंढा जा सके जो ए के अंदर लाई करता हो। तो ये ऐसा पॉइंट है ए का जिसके अबाउट कोई ऐसा हम नेबरहुड नहीं ढूंढ सकते जो वापस ए में लाई करता हो। देयरफॉर द पॉइंट इज नॉट एन इंटीरियर पॉइंट ऑफ द सेट ए। Hence it follows int of A is the collection of only those points of R2 which are inside the circle. So dear students, इन दो एग्जाम्पल्स की हेल्प से हमने ये देखा है कि R2 में, एंड दिस इज एन ओपन डिस्क, R2 में ये जो सेट A है, इस सेट के वो पॉइंट्स जो इसकी बाउंड्री पे लाई करते हैं, जो इस सर्कल के ऊपर लाई करते हैं, वो इस सेट के इंटीरियर पॉइंट नहीं है। और वो सारे के सारे पॉइंट्स जो इस सर्कल के अंदर अंदर लाई करते हैं, इस सर्कल के अंदर अंदर लाई करते हैं, वो सारे के सारे इसके इंटीरियर पॉइंट्स हैं। These points which are lying inside, they are the interior points. Dear students, let's consider another example. It is a simple example. It is with the finite set. Let x is equal to ABC and the topology tau on x is the collection phi A BC, and A with the elements A B is a subset of x. Then we have to find the interior of A, right? We have to find the interior of A. Now dear students, let's check first of all whether A is interior point of the set A or not. We know A belongs to A. A belongs to an open set A, which is an open set, say U, and this is contained in A, right? This implies A belongs to int of A. If we can find an open set which is contained in A, then the point will become an interior point of A. Okay, it means we are able to find a neighborhood of that point which is contained in A. Now B belongs to A, and B belongs to the open set BC, which is open in this case, but this BC is not contained in A. This implies B, although it is a point of A, but it is not an interior point of A. Now look, C is not point of A, and C belongs to the open set BC, which is the open set, and this is not contained in A. This implies C is not member of the interior of A, because interior of A is a collection of all the interior points of A. Therefore A is the only interior point of A. Hence this implies interior of A is the only set with elements A, right? So this is what we had to find. So this is our answer. In this case, interior of A is a singleton set A. Dear students, here we have x is equal to ABCD, and tau is a topology with x, phi and AB. It satisfies all the properties of the topology. For A is equal to CD, find interior of A. So dear students, let's go for the solution. In this case, our A is equal to CD. So we have to find the interior of A. So let's check whether C is in the interior of A or not. So C belongs to the open set X alone. There is no other open set containing C. Only open sets are phi, X and AB, and C is not member of AB. C belongs to X, and this X is of course not contained in A. This implies although C is a point of A, but C is not a member of interior of A. D is the second point. D is a point of A. Let's check. D belongs to the only open set X which is not contained in A. This implies D is not an interior point of A. So there are only 2 points in A and none of them is interior point of A. This implies interior of A is equal to phi. This is an empty set. Remember, interior of A is contained in A always. It is always subset of A. It is always subset of A. It is always subset of A. So in this case, interior of A is equal to phi. Dear students, let's try some theorem. Let A be any subset of a topological space X, then interior of A is a subset of A. This is the first theorem. Interior of A is a subset of A. And the second theorem is int of A is the largest open set of X which is contained in A. So let's prove the first one. Int of A is contained in A always. Either it is equal to A or it is a subset of A. So let's go to the proof. The first we want to prove the first one, that is int of A is contained in A. We want to prove this first part of the theorem. Int of A is contained in A. Because we need to prove that int of A is contained in A, these are two sets. We have to show that int of A is a subset of the set A. So what we will do, we will take an element of the int of A, an arbitrary element of the int of A, and by some logic we will show that this X also belongs to A, and this means that whatever the element of the set int of A we choose, we get that element also belongs to A. It means every element of the set A is present in A, and this will prove that int of A is a subset of A. So this logic we will apply over here. Dear student, therefore it follows from definition that A contains a neighborhood of X and hence X belongs to A. So by definition what we are doing, we are taking the point X belongs to int of A. As I mentioned, to prove this, we are taking the point of int of A. So when X belongs to int of A, by the definition of the interior of a set, there exists a neighborhood N such that this X will belong to this neighborhood and this neighborhood will be contained in A. Now remember, because this N is a neighborhood, therefore because this N is a neighborhood, therefore there exists an open set say U such that this X will belong to U and this U will be contained in N, and this implies that X belongs to U, U is contained in N, and by this equation 1 this N is contained in A. So this implies that X belongs to A, and initially we have taken that X belongs to int of A, and ultimately we have shown that X belongs to A. So this implies that int of A is a subset of A. So this completes the proof of the first part, right, dear students? Let's go to the proof of the second part. The second part of the theorem is int of A is the largest open set contained in A. So here we have two parts of this theorem. One, int of A is largest. This is one part, largest open, and second part is open set. There are two parts, largest and second is open, that we have to show that int of A is contained in A, and second we have this is first, and second int of A is open. This is largest contained in A. There may be many more sets contained in A. Largest open. There may be many more open sets contained in A. जितने भी A के अंदर ओपन सेट्स कंटेन हैं, ये उनमें से सबसे बड़ा ओपन सेट A में कंटेन्ड है. जितने भी ओपन सेट्स A में कंटेन्ड हैं, int of A उनमें से सबसे बड़ा ओपन सेट A में कंटेन्ड है. लिहाजा एक तो int of A को ओपन शो करना है, और दूसरा हमने ये शो करना है कि जितने भी इसके अंदर ओपन सेट्स कंटेन हैं इस A में, जितने भी, दिस इज X स्टार, a topological space, this is a set A, इसके अंदर बहुत सारे ओपन सेट्स कंटेन हैं, लेकिन जो सबसे बड़ा ओपन सेट कंटेंट है दैट इज int of A, राइट. सो ये दो पार्ट्स हमने प्रूव करने हैं. सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वी फर्स्ट एस्टैब्लिश दैट एवरी सेट U कंटेन इन A इज कंटेन इन int of A. पहली स्टेज पर हम ये शो करना चाहते हैं कि जो भी ओपन सेट वो A में कंटेन्ड है, एक्चुअली वो ओपन सेट int of A में भी कंटेन्ड है. एवरी हर ओपन सेट जो A में कंटेन्ड है, एक्चुअली वो int of A में भी कंटेन्ड है. तो इसका मतलब ये होगा कि जितने भी ओपन सेट्स A में कंटेन है वो int of A में भी कंटेन है. और सेकेंडली जब हमने इसको ओपन शो कर दिया तो फिर इसका मतलब होगा कि ये लार्जेस्ट ओपन सेट कंटेन इन A है, क्योंकि जो भी और ओपन सेट A में कंटेन हो वो फिर int of A के अंदर कंटेन हो जाता है. सो डियर स्टूडेंट, फर्स्ट establish that every open set U contained in A is contained in int of A. So हम ये प्रूव करना चाहेंगे पहली स्टेज पर कि अगर कोई ओपन सेट A में कंटेन्ड है तो वो int of A में भी कंटेन्ड है. So to prove this logic, dear students, we follow that U is any open set and X belongs to U. Because we need to prove that, here what we have taken U open. This is what we have taken, that every open set U contained in A is contained in int of A. So open, every open. So we have taken U is equal to open, and this is contained in A. We prove actually that U is contained in int of a. This is what we need to prove, right? So to prove this के ये इसका सबसेट है, हम इसका पॉइंट लेंगे, आर्बिट्रारी पॉइंट लेंगे, let x belongs to u, और जाते 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 ये शो करने की कोशिश करेंगे कि ये पॉइंट जो है वो int of a को बिलोंग करता है। और अगर हम सक्सेसफुल हो गए ये लॉजिक शो करने में कि इसका मतलब होगा कि इसका u का हम जो भी पॉइंट लेते हैं अल्टीमेटली वो int of a को बिलोंग करता है, तो गोया कि u जो है वो int of a का सबसेट है। सो हम जो चीज़ प्रूव करना चाहते हैं उसमें हम सक्सेसफुल हो जाएंगे। सो क्या कर रहे हैं हम फिर इनिशियली लॉजिक में, हम u का पॉइंट लेते हैं, लेट x बिलोंग्स टू u, एंड ये दिया हुआ है, ये नाउ दिस इज टेकन कि u इज ओपन सबसेट वेयर u इज कंटेन्ड इन a इज एन ओपन सेट। तो हम ये ले चुके हैं कि x u का पॉइंट है, और हमारा ये जहन में रहे कि टारगेट ये है कि हम ये प्रूव करना चाहते हैं कि ये x int of a को बिलोंग करता है। सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, नाउ u बीइंग एन ओपन सेट इज ए नेबरहुड ऑफ x। जो भी ओपन सेट होता है वो अपने हर पॉइंट का नेबरहुड होता है। अब चूंकि ये u ओपन है और x इसका मेंबर है, लिहाजा ये u अपने इस पॉइंट का नेबरहुड होगा। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि x ने u को बिलोंग किया और u ऑलरेडी a का सबसेट है। Dear students, it follows that x is an interior point of a। तो ये इंटीरियर पॉइंट ऑफ a की डेफिनेशन बन गई है। कोई भी पॉइंट a का इंटीरियर पॉइंट होता है अगर हम उस पॉइंट के कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग एक नेबरहुड ढूंढ सकें जो a के अंदर लाई करता हो, और नेबरहुड ढूंढने के लिए गोया कि हम एक ओपन सेट ढूंढ सकें जो उस सेट के अंदर लाई करता हो। सो हम एक ओपन सेट u ढूंढ चुके हैं जो कि a में लाई करता है, तो इट मीन्स कि x इज एन इंटीरियर पॉइंट ऑफ a। गोया कि x जो है उसने int of a को बिलोंग कर लिया है। दस एवरी पॉइंट ऑफ u इज एन इंटीरियर पॉइंट ऑफ a, और इट मीन्स कि u इज ए सबसेट ऑफ इंटीरियर ऑफ a। इट मीन्स कि जो भी ओपन सेट लेते हैं, नाउ स्टूडेंट्स यू हैव टू रिमेंबर, इस जगह पर जो पॉइंट आपने अपने जहन में रखना है कि जो भी ओपन सेट हम ए में लेते हैं, ए में ओपन इन ए, कंटेन इन ए, तो वो इंटीरियर ऑफ ए का भी सबसेट होता है। टू शो दैट इंटीरियर ऑफ ए इज ओपन, सेकेंड पार्ट शो करने के लिए कि इंटीरियर ऑफ ए इज ओपन सेट, we shall prove that int of a is union of open sets of x। चूँकि हमें मालूम है कि union of any number of open sets is again open, मैंने int of a को open शो करना है। अगर मैंने int of a को ये शो कर दिया कि this is union of open sets, तो ये खुद ब खुद open set हो जाएगा, चूँकि union of open sets is always an open set। so इसको open union of open sets शो करने के लिए मैंने इसका एक आर्बिट्रारी पॉइंट y लिया है। सो याद रहे डियर स्टूडेंट्स, मैं int ऑफ a को यूनियन ऑफ ओपन सेट्स शो करना चाहता हूं, बिल फॉर यूनियन ऑफ ओपन सेट्स uy शो करना चाहता हूं। ठीक है, ये अगर ओपन सेट्स हों, इनका यूनियन मुझे ओपन है, तो गोया कि अगर int ऑफ a को मैंने यूनियन ऑफ ओपन सेट शो कर दिया तो फिर ये प्रूव हो जाएगा कि int ऑफ a इज ओपन। सो मैंने एक आर्बिट्रारी पॉइंट int ऑफ a का लिया है। इट फॉलोज फ्रॉम डेफिनेशन दैट देयर एग्जिस्ट इन नेबरहुड ny। जब भी कोई int ऑफ a का पॉइंट लेते हैं तो इसका मतलब है कि एक नेबरहुड उस पॉइंट के अबाउट एग्जिस्ट करता है, और y बिलोंग्स टू द नेबरहुड ny एंड ny इज कंटेन्ड इन a। इट फॉलोज फ्रॉम द डेफिनेशन ऑफ नेबरहुड दैट देयर एग्जिस्ट एन ओपन सेट uy। चूंकि दिस n इज ए नेबरहुड, नेबरहुड कब बनेगा, एक ओपन सेट एग्जिस्ट करेगा से uy, सच दैट y बिलोंग्स टू uy एंड uy इज कंटेन्ड इन a। इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि जब भी मैंने int ऑफ a का कोई पॉइंट लिया, उसके कॉरेस्पॉन्डिंग मैंने एक ओपन सेट ढूंढ लिया uy जिसने a में कंटेन कर लिया। सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अब 1 और 2 से गो बैक, 1 से और 2 से अगर इन दोनों को हम इकट्ठा करें तो वी गेट द रिलेशन that y belongs to uy and uy is contained in ny and ny is contained in A. Since uy is an open set contained in A, चूंकि uy हमारे पास open sets हैं, it means कि uy is contained in int of A. Okay, uy is contained in int of A. This is by definition of the int of A. जब भी हम किसी पॉइंट के अबाउट कोई नेबरहुड फाइंड कर लेते हैं जो कि वापस ए के अंदर लाई करेगा, तो वो पॉइंट जो होगा वो इंट ऑफ ए को बिलोंग करेगा. जब वो पॉइंट, इधर से हमें क्या पता चला कि दिस वाई बिलोंग्स टू ए, राइट. और ये वाई किसका पॉइंट था? This is contained in int of A. Dear students, from 1 and 2 we get that y belongs to uy and uy is contained in ny and ny is contained in A. Since uy is an open set contained in A, हर वो ओपन सेट, जैसा कि हम पार्ट 1 में प्रूव कर रहे हैं कि जब भी कोई ओपन सेट होगा कंटेन इन ए, तो वो इंट ऑफ ए में भी कंटेन करेगा. डियर स्टूडेंट, मैं रिपीट करता हूं कि हमने पार्ट ए में प्रूव किया है कि जब भी कोई ओपन सेट ए में कंटेन होगा, एक्चुअली वो इंट ऑफ ए में कंटेन होगा. चूंकि हमारे पास यू वाई एक ओपन सेट है और वो ए में कंटेन्ड है, तो जो फर्स्ट पार्ट में हमने प्रूव किया है उसकी वजह से दिस यू वाई विल ऑल्सो बी कंटेन्ड इन इंट ऑफ ए. सो माई डियर स्टूडेंट्स, u which is equal to union of uy and this is contained in A, it follows that y belongs to int of A. This u is open, therefore u which is equal to is contained in int of A. Also int of A is equal to union of y which is contained union of uy is equal to u, hence we conclude that y belongs to int of A. It means int of A is equal to u and consequently int of A is open. Right, dear students? It's simple, right? Let's go to some corollary. A subset A of a topological space X is open if and only if int of A is equal to A. So जब भी int of A equal to A होगा तो A open होगा, और अगर A ओपन है तो फिर A इंट ऑफ A के बराबर होगा. ये इफ एंड ओनली इफ स्टेटमेंट है. दिस इज A इज ओपन इफ एंड ओनली इफ A is equal to int of A. So on the first stage we suppose that A is open. हमने A को ओपन लिया है और हम प्रूव करेंगे कि A is equal to int of A. So this is the first part of the proof. Suppose A is open, then A is neighborhood of each of its points, and as a consequence every point of A is an interior point of A. Now every point of A is an interior point of A means A is contained in int of A. Every point of A is an interior point of A. It means A is contained in A. But we know that int of A is always contained in A. So with these two expressions we get that int of A is equal to A. Okay? And conversely, students, when int of A is equal to A, int of A is equal to A, we will prove that A is open. So conversely, students, we assume that int of A is equal to A. Now int of A is always open, as we have proved in the previous theorem. Int of A is always open. This is open set, and this is because equal to A, therefore A is an open set. So this completes the proof. We have a second corollary, dear students. Int of A is the union of all the open sets contained in A. जितने भी ओपन सेट्स कंटेन इन ए है, उन तमाम की जो यूनियन है, दिस इज एंट ऑफ ए. व्हाट इज एंट ऑफ ए? एंट ऑफ ए इज द यूनियन ऑफ ऑल द ओपन सेट्स कंटेन इन ए. जितने भी ओपन सेट्स ए में कंटेन हैं, उन तमाम ओपन सेट्स की यूनियन जो है, दैट इज एंट ऑफ ए. हमें मालूम है कि यूनियन ऑफ आर्बिट्ररी नंबर ऑफ ओपन सेट्स इज ओपन, सो हम इसको प्रूव करते हैं. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, एंट ऑफ ए इज यूनियन ऑफ ऑल the open sets contained in A. Let U alpha be a family of all open sets contained in A. So here we are assuming that U alpha and alpha belongs to the indexing set. So this is the family of all open sets contained in, this is the family of all open sets contained in A. These are open, contained in A. Then U alpha, because this is open, it is open, and every open set is contained in ent of A. We know that this is open and contained in A. U alpha is open, and U alpha is contained in A for each alpha. So this U alpha is contained in ent of A. Ent of A. U alpha is contained in ent of A. This implies their union must be contained in ent of A. If each one is contained in ent of A, then their union is contained in ent of A. And so union U alpha is contained in ent of A. But ent of A is open, but we know that ent of A is open and ent of A is always contained in A, right? So ent of A is contained, here it is given that A is open as well, because A is also open. Ent of A is the union of all the open sets contained in A. So dear students, U alpha open and U alpha is contained in A for each alpha belongs to A. Therefore, their union is also contained in ent of A. Ent of A is open and ent of A is contained in A. So here, dear students, it is given that ent of A is open and ent of A is contained in A. Hence, ent of A is contained in union of U alpha. Hence, it follows that union of U alpha, alpha belongs to I, is equal to ent of A. So this completes the proof, my dear students. Let's go to example 5. Let X is a ground set with elements 1, 2, 3, 4 and ta is a topology with these elements. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to set with elements 2 and 4. Then ent of A, you can notice that equal to 1 and 3. A is a set with elements 1 to 3. A is a set with elements 1, 2, 3. This implies 1 belongs to an open set 1, which is contained in A. 2 belongs to an open set X, which is not contained in A. This implies 1 belongs to ent of A. This implies 2 does not belong to ent of A. 3 belongs to A, and the corresponding set is 1, 3. This is open set and 1, 3 is contained in A. This implies 3 belongs to ent of A. Therefore, ent of A is 1 and 3. Okay, Similarly, you can find int of b. Now b in this case is equal to 2 and 4. Now 2 is an element of b. For 2, the only open set is x, and this is not contained in b. It means 2 is not an interior point of b. Similarly, 4 is an element of b, and the only open set containing 4 is x. This is the open set which is not contained in b. This implies 4 is not member of int of b. This implies int of b is an empty set. Go to example 6. Dear students, with the usual topology, A is a closed interval 1, 2, and int of A is an open interval 1, 2. All the points on the real line except the endpoints 1, 2, this is our A, except the endpoints, all other points which are lying inside there, we can find an open interval which is lying inside A. So for each x belongs to A, such that this x is not 1, this x is not 2, less than 2 and greater than 1. We can find an open sphere with center at x and radius epsilon negligible small, which is again contained in A. This implies that x is an interior point of A. Therefore, interior of A in this case is open interval 1 and 2, right? This can be written as 1 open and 2 open in this way as well, which is clearly open and is the largest open set contained in A. Dear students, we have a theorem. You will quickly look into this. The int of A is equal to int of A. Int of A union B, it contains int of A union int of B, and int of A intersection B is equal to int of A intersection int of B. So dear students, for the first, int of A is open, we know always, therefore int of A is equal to int of A, because this int of A is open, and if A, you remember that A is open if and only if A is equal to int of A, right? So in this case, my dear students, because int of A is open, we know it is largest open set. This is open, so whenever, if this A is open, then if we apply int over it, it will remain unchanged, because this int of A is open, this is open, लिहाजा जब भी मैं इसके ऊपर int को अप्लाई करूंगा, because this is open, लिहाजा जब भी मैं इस पर int को अप्लाई करूंगा तो मुझे वापस यही सेट मिलेगा, right? So this completes the proof of the first theorem. Second, let x belongs to int of A union B. This implies either x belongs to int of A or x belongs to int of B. जब यूनियन का एलिमेंट है तो या int of A का एलिमेंट है या int of B का एलिमेंट है. For the sake of definiteness, we assume that x belongs to int of A. हम फर्ज कर लेते हैं कि x int of A का एलिमेंट है. It follows by the definition of the interior that there exists a neighborhood n of x such that this neighborhood will be contained in A. X belongs to n and n is contained in A. Since A is contained in A union B, therefore x belongs to n and n is contained in A union B, it means x belongs to int of A union B. तो इनिशियली हमने x जो है वो int ऑफ a यूनियन int ऑफ b का एलिमेंट लिया था और x बिलोंग कर गया है int ऑफ a यूनियन b को, तो इट मीन्स के int ऑफ a यूनियन int ऑफ b इज कंटेनिंग int ऑफ a यूनियन int ऑफ b, लिहाजा ये सेट कंटेन कर रहा होगा इसको. सो दिस कंप्लीट्स द प्रूफ ऑफ द सेकंड पार्ट. डियर स्टूडेंट, वी गो टू द प्रूफ ऑफ द थर्ड पार्ट. अस्यूम दैट x बिलोंग्स टू int ऑफ a इंटरसेक्शन b. This means there exists a neighborhood n of x such that x belongs to n and n is contained in a intersection b. It means n is contained in a and n is contained in b. So x belongs to int of a and x belongs to int of b, and this implies that x belongs to int of a intersection int of b. Therefore int of a intersection b is a subset of int of a intersection int of b. So let's go to prove the second part. Now we assume that x belongs to int of a intersection int of b. This implies x belongs to int of a and x belongs to int of b. Because it is the element of the intersection, it means this is present in int of a as well as in int of b. This implies x belongs to n1. जब int of a को बिलोंग करता है तो एक नेबरहुड एग्जिस्ट करता होगा जो a में लाई करेगा. जब int of b को बिलोंग करता है तो इन जनरल हो सकता है कोई और नेबरहुड जो है n2 एग्जिस्ट करता होगा जो b में लाई करता होगा. अब n1 एंड n2 आर नेबरहुड्स x, इसका मतलब ये होगा कि फिर जब ये n1 n2 नेबरहुड्स हैं तो इनका इंटरसेक्शन भी नेबरहुड होता है. सो दिस विल बी कंटेन्ड इन a इंटरसेक्शन b. This implies x belongs to int of a intersection b. So this implies that int of a intersection int of b is subset of int of a intersection b, और 1 और 2 को जब हम दोनों को ज्वाइन करेंगे तो ये दोनों हमारे पास इक्वल हो जाएंगे. So this illustrates the fact that int of a union b is not in general equal to int of a union int of b. डियर स्टूडेंट, यूनियन में ये दोनों बराबर नहीं होते जनरली. सो एग्जांपल लेते हैं. वी अस्यूम दैट x इज अ सेट ऑफ एलिमेंट a b c d. टा इज विद दिस टोपोलॉजी. a इज ए सेट विद एलिमेंट्स a c. b इज सेट विद एलिमेंट b d. तो फिर int ऑफ a जब कैलकुलेट करते हैं 5 मिलता है, int ऑफ b 5 मिलता है. a यूनियन b का int आप कैलकुलेट करेंगे तो x होगा, और ये रिलेशन जो है हमारे पास इक्वालिटी होल्ड नहीं करती. सो दिस कंप्लीट्स द प्रूफ. डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इस लेक्चर में हमने इंटीरियर ऑफ ए सेट और इंटीरियर पॉइंट को डिफाइन किया है, उससे रिलेटेड एग्जांपल्स को डिस्कस किया है और उससे रिलेटेड थ्योरम्स को अटेम्प्ट किया है. डियर स्टूडेंट, इंटीरियर ऑफ ए सेट, जब भी हम कोई किसी सेट का इंटीरियर फाइंड करते हैं तो वो ओपन सेट होता है, और जिस सेट का इंटीरियर फाइंड किया जाता है वो सेट सुपर सेट होता है अपने इंटीरियर का. Dear student, I hope you will be quite comfortable in understanding the concept of the interior of a set and interior point of a set.